a white dude. His name was John. He had a Queen Bee Rules tattoo on his arm. He asked me if I'd be his day for the prom, and he'd buy me a horse, a Porsche, and a phone. Damn it. From down south used to like me to spangle it up in his mouth. And Tony, he was a diamond. He didn't give a that's what I liked about him. He ate my from dark to the moment. Called this girl up and told her we was boning. Puerto Rican Bobby used to be a deacon, but now he be for the weekend. And this black dude I called King Kong, he had a big ape and a hurricane tongue. Goes out to my in jail, beating they to the double XL magazine. You like how I look in the opera green? Get your Vaseline, roll some tissue and close your eyes, and imagine you're in between my CO. Open up, cell block 8. All right, that's enough. Stop looking, listen, get back to your position. Kim got your car, started fights in the yard. Hotter than a Pop-Tart, fresh out of the toaster. Do anything for a little Kim poster. The thugs up north in the hole, they all wanna know. Driving in the street, hold on to your seat. Grab your while I ride the beat. And if you see a shiny black Lamborghini fly by you, that's me, the night rider. Dressed in all black with the gat in the lap. Lunatics in the street, gotta keep the heat. 60 on the bezel, 100 on the ring. Sitting pretty baby with a cash money blade. 12 a.m. I'm on my way to the club. After 3 bottles, I'll be ready to. Someone's even put me on the grocery list. Right next to the whipped cream and box of chocolate. Designer, my coming flavors. High class taste, got to spend paper. Live it right the first time when you gotta do it over. Like it's rehearsal for a Tootsie commercial.
Woo! Good evening, everybody. It's me, Antoinette. Good to see everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is my live, my personal podcast. And for those who don't know, I'm Antoinette Charrier. I do these podcasts on Mondays and Wednesdays. My timing is going to switch on and off. I'm actually going to go back to days, which is good. Not in my car, y'all. Not in my car. I'll have the same background. But thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You can follow me on Antoinette Charrier page. That is my fan page. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, which is titled Listen and Learn with Antoinette. Follow me on IG, Scoop36. Yeah, I'm back. What made me play this song? I honestly don't know. You know what? I had a thing for this album Lil Kim had a while back. And that was my jam. That was one of my jams, okay? That was one of my shiznits. I used to blast that bitch. I sure did. The title of this live is Double Standards. And there's a lot of reasons for that. First, I'm going to say hello to some people. Hey, Kenny Lyles, how are you? Lee Williams, hey, how you doing? What you say, Kim walks in? Corey, what's going on? Leonard, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock, but I am going to go back to my other timing in the morning time. And usually, not morning, but I want to say maybe about between 12 and 1. I'll go back to that. But thank you very much for tuning in. Again, I'm Antoinette Charrier. This is my live, my personal podcast. What I do here is I basically speak my own truth. I give you the opinions that I have versus because of life experiences or experiences other people have gone through that I've possibly helped them with. Anything I say on here, any opinion I give, I'll never give you something if I've never been through it. If I've never been through it, plain and simple, I'm going to let you know, hey, this is my opinion, but I've never experienced this situation. So a lot of times I get on here and I speak about realities of life because I've been through a lot in my life, and therefore a lot of subjects or a lot of situations that go on, I can relate to. So therefore I like to get on here, and if it helps even one person, just one, always remember this. People are always like, oh, you got to do the numbers. My concern is not the numbers. My concern is who these lives help. Any individual that could take anything positive from my lives, that means the world to me. And if it helps just one person and makes them make a change in their life for the better, my job is done. So it's not about the numbers. It's about everybody tuning in here, listening to how my outtake on life. And I go from there. So I actually have people, fans, that inbox me. And they inbox me and give me scenarios or tell me their situations. They give me their stories. And what I do is I read them. I read them over again. And if it's something I can't relate to or something that, my opinion might not help them out, I'll basically give them, my opinion just for afar, but also let them know, hey, this is a subject I really can't relate to. I'm sorry that I can't help you, but this is my opinion on what I would do if I was in your shoes. So that's how I approach certain situations. But I'm going to get to that in a little bit. There was a gentleman that inboxed me a few days ago after my live that I did last week. And he had some concerns. He had some concerns about a woman he was with that was with him for 3 years and just up and left him after 3 years. And I'm going to get to that. Not right now, but I am going to get to that. Again, the title of this is Double Standards. Okay, so I have a very, 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 very close friend of mine that kind of had a challenging situation with her husband. And her concern was, I have no problem listening to him. I have no problem communicating with him about anything he wants to talk about. But when my turn to communicate, when I want to express myself, it doesn't seem like he listens. It doesn't seem like it's registering in any kind of way. And she felt as though it was a big double standard. And to be honest with you, there are a lot of double standards between men and women. It's this, I can do it, but you can't do it routine. I don't know where we get this shit from, but obviously it's something that's stuck into people's DNA because people do this shit a lot. I have been looking on posts and I've seen a gang of pity parties. There's been a whole lot of breakups going on lately. And what I have been noticing is a lot of the people that get broken up with the other person, we go on their page and all of a sudden it's a pity party list. Motherfuckers writing whole ass poems and shit, looking for somebody's attention. Somebody to say, oh, it's going to be okay. Oh, it's going to be all right. It's like instead of healing yourself and instead of doing something to change you for a better you, you're looking for Facebook for validation of some sort. Stop doing that. You look weak as fuck when you do that. I'm just giving you the real. When you go and you're reaching on Facebook looking for validation or pity party crying, sweetie, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people really don't give a fuck. I'm here to tell you that. A lot of people pretend to fucking care. They really don't fucking care. Only people care about is drama and being nosy and seeing if you gonna tell all your fucking business. What lie you finna tell, whose side of the story was it, whose fault it was. That's all they care about. It's the drama. The drama. But when I talk about double standards, I always believe that, and I'm gonna get deleted in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't believe men and women are equal to a degree. Why do I say that shit? Women, you can't be men. Men, you can't be women, although you try. And I've seen, you know what? I am going to actually change up on that a minute. I said, men, you cannot be women, although you try. And you know what? I am so sorry to a lot of my transsexual friends. There are a lot of bad bitches that used to be men out here that I know personally, and them motherfuckers are flawless. That's a damn shame. It's bitches out, it's dudes out here that are bad as fuck after their surgery was over with. Bitch, you would never motherfucking know they was a man, baby. And them some bad bitches. I'm here to tell you right the fuck now. But my point was this. And I know a lot of them, they good people. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of them, like when modeling and things like that, there's a few chicks that I swear, you gotta see model, whatever, you would swear up and down. That was one cold-blooded ass chick, and it used to be a guy. So kudos to those who have done their surgery. Kudos to those that are who they are on the inside, and they bring it out, this is how they express themselves. Nothing against my transsexual females out here and men out here. Hey, you're doing your thing. What I mean by men can't be women and women can't be men is there's a certain, how should I say, God put us on here for a purpose, for one another. Women are here, in my opinion, as a helpmate. What does helpmate mean? It's actually in the Bible, help meet. We're here to basically hold that ladder for that man that can't hold it on his own. We're here to be that shoulder to cry on. We're here to teach as well as learn. We are here to make that house a home. We are here to make your meals right. We are here to make sure that you don't have to fight in your house when you already out there fighting the world. Here's my problem. A lot of dudes out here, they want a woman to make a man's money. They want a woman to come home, cook, clean, all that other bullshit. And like I told y'all in the last live, this is the reason why women lose respect for men. You guys got to understand something. You Negroes got to pick a struggle. I'm here to tell you that. You cannot expect a woman to make 6 figures, come home, cook, clean, and then fuck you like it was 1920 again and be yes daddy. You can't do that shit because women are not going for that shit no more. I'm sorry. If you weak, they calling you out weak. If they got to do every damn thing and the only thing they're missing is a dick, they can buy that. A lot of men feel as though it's equal for a woman to have to get out there, bust her ass and come home and then be the wife in the house at the same damn time. That's unfair. That's not the way I will ever fucking roll. I don't give a damn. I can be by my motherfucking self if that's the motherfucking case. Because I know what I bring to the table. Motherfucker, I bring the chairs to the motherfucking table. Ain't that right, cuz? I bring the motherfucking chairs to this bitch. All right? And you can't do shit at a table without the motherfucking chairs. Know that. Men, you are here as our supporters. You are here as our providers. You are there to, hey, give us the house. We make it a home. Bring home the money. We pay the bills. Shit like that. But you got a lot of hustling chicks out here. Me, I have my own money. True enough. But you know what? One thing I will not do, I will not try to challenge a man to be a man in the household. If that's the case, I could be by myself. Men, you're not supposed to treat your woman as though she's second class or second best. A woman is not supposed to stand behind you. She's supposed to stand side by side with you. No, she is not going to stand in front of you because she is not a man. She can't be your equal, but she is supposed to stand side by side with you. You're supposed to fight that storm together. And whenever you have communication, you've got to be able to listen to each other equally. Everybody can't think to themselves and say, you know what? Oh, it's, my way or no way, or sit there and be like, you know what? It's all about me, 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 me. When you have that selfish mentality, all about me routine, that's where your relationship begins to crumble, because then you're leaving that significant other that loves you out in the cold. They don't feel they're important. And you want your significant other to feel important, because when they feel important and they're mentally stimulated, do you know that makes them want to do even more for you? Did you hear that, men? When you are mentally stimulating the woman that you so-called love that's in your life, and you are supporting her mentally, spiritually, and to the heart, that's going to make that woman do more for you. When you disrespect that woman, you belittle that woman, you're verbally and mentally abusive towards that woman's not only not going to want to do shit for you, 9 times out of 10, she's going to replace you, or she's just going to walk away from you, period. I'm just keeping it 100. Been there, done that, wore the t-shirt. So this situation where as though she wanted to express her feelings about how she was and how she grew up and things like that. And it seemed like the husband didn't really want to pay attention to that. And that kind of made her feel some kind of way. And I understand that. Because with me, if we're going to have communication, I want to be able to express to you just like you express to me. Shutting me out is just going to shut me down. And eventually, I'm going to be that person that walks out. Why? Because I no longer respect you because you don't respect me. We're not having, equal respect for one another when it comes to listening, when it comes to communicating, when it comes to speaking to one another. And I'm going to say hi to you guys. I know I just saw this because somebody just inboxed me. Carl, hello, how are you? Be the support system for both. You can grow together. Yes, Roger, this is true. You can be a support system for both. But a lot of men do not see that as they see the woman basically doing more is supposed to be her job. A support system, yes, you both can support each other in many ways. I'm just telling you from what I was raised and for what I saw work with my relatives and my elders. I'm not speaking for everybody's family because everybody's family does not count. I can't speak for your household. I didn't live with you. I didn't grow with you. I don't know half of you, okay? But from what I'm telling you is when it comes to equality, we're never going to be equal with each other. We're there to help build each other. We're here to lift up each other. We're here to be each other's mates. We're here just to grow together, to build together mentally and spiritually. You can't grow any way else. You can't grow physically if you can't grow spiritually and mentally. I'm sorry, the shit just doesn't work. And for all you people out there talking about you spiritual, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of fake ass people out here talking about they spiritual. No, the fuck you're not. You can't be spiritual and then cuss your mate out at the same damn time and call them every name but the child, but the name they mama gave them when they came out the womb. You can't do that. A lot of people get that misconstrued. There's a lot of false prophets out here claiming they love God and they pray and they love the Lord. No, the fuck you don't. What you show is how you love the Lord. What you show me is what's going to tell me you love God and you have my better interest at heart. You have my best interest at heart. You're there to support me mentally and spiritually, along with physically. It has to come together. You can't have one without the other. And as far as support system, I want to ask you, Roger, you feel it's okay for a woman to go out there, bust her ass, come home and be the wife in the house? Because there's a lot of men that don't want to be, the housewife type of dudes. There's a lot of dudes that want to work a 9 to 5, come home, kick their shoes off. This woman in work 8 to 16 hours, 12-hour shifts and shit. Come home, cook his dinner, wash the clothes on the weekends. And that's supposed to be an equal family? No, somebody gonna get frustrated. And somebody's not gonna have a happy fucking relationship because you've got more stress going on the other person. And it's not fair. Hello again, Carl. What you say? Thank you. Kenneth, how are you? Dion, how you doing, sweetheart? It's a bunch of men that act like women. Yes, it is. It is. I'm glad you said that, Dion. And I'm not gonna call out no motherfucking names, but I'm gonna tell you right here and now, it's a lot of dudes out here that should have been born girls. It's a lot of men out here that claim to be men because they have a penis. No, sir, that is not it. They claim to be men because they make a certain amount of money. No, sir, that's not it. Let me let you in on a little secret. Being a man is upholding yourself as a man with your actions. Taking accountability for your mistakes, just like you want women to take accountability for theirs. This is called grown up shit. You have to actually show that you have man qualities, not by how big your penis is. We don't care about your penis 100%. This ain't like it was back in the 90s. Sweetie, we can get that. We can buy that. It can bzzz and give us all the joy we need. We are not on the level where that has to be the most important thing. So you are not a man because you have a dick. You're a man by your actions. You're a man by how you protect me, how you support me, how you fucking support my mental status, how you protect my mind and my heart and my spirit. That's what makes you a fucking man. And there's a lot of bitch ass dudes out here. Like I told you, this motherfuckers right now singing poems and shit looking for fucking attention. All because their relationship got fucked up because they couldn't control their mental issues. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here. You got dudes out here cussing chicks out all on Facebook. For what? All you look like is an angry motherfucker. And a lot of bitches gonna be like, that's the reason why that bitch left your ass. Think about the shit. It doesn't have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, who is this? Chloe? Darnell? Okay. No, they don't give a fuck. But you know what? Also, hey, Mo James, how you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? How you doing? Sean, hello, how are you? I'm so sorry, you guys. Dion, hello, how are you? Dewana Walker, what's going on, pumpkin baby? How you doing? It's so good to see you. Stan, hello, how are you? Erica, hi, how are you? I am so sorry. Jamie Ford, what up, cuz? Gail, cousin, sweetheart, you've been following me for a long time, and I've been following you for years also. Now, what's this question? But who changed the rules and roles? Men or the women's? That's a good question. Let me tell you something. And you might not like what I have to say, Lee, but we are here to debate, and I love healthy debates. You got to understand something. At one point in time, women weren't really worth much in society's eyes. You got to understand something. As time went, y'all didn't like the women's lib thing. Then, women were able to vote. They burning bras in the streets, things like that. We wanted equality. We wanted to be important, be understood, know that we matter. Once that hurdle was hopped over, now women are empowered. Women are in power. Hell, women are in the presidencies these days, fighting to be president. There are women in top companies, top corporations now that are doing their fucking thing. Here's the issue. You've got a lot of women that look at you men and they say, hey, you know what? Now that I can make my own money and do my own thing, I really don't fucking have to respect you. A lot of time, to be honest with you, I think a lot of men took their respect away by the fact that they stopped being men. The rules changed because men are no longer men anymore. These days, how many men do you see out here actually upholding a household by themselves? You don't see much of that anymore. How many men do you know you can actually go on the street and you can actually look at them and say, you know what? That's a man that protects his family. That's a man that protects his wife. You don't see very much of that anymore. A lot of these motherfuckers are soft as hell. A lot of these Negroes is wearing panties. And it's not the fault of the woman, sweetheart. I'm sorry, because you have your own choices to make. But a lot of men have lost respect because they don't even respect themselves. So I'm sorry. The rules changed by the men, and that's my opinion. Now, you can give me your opinion. I damn sure will honor that. No problem. But that's just my opinion. The men changed the rules. The men changed the rules, and they're upset that, hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, it's my daughter. She'll be all right. But that's just my opinion on that. I mean, if men were still men like they used to be back in the 60s, back in Martin Luther King's era, I don't think it would be the way it is right now. If men actually andy up and acted like men, I think the respect would have remained. I don't think the roles would have changed. I don't think the rules would have changed. But that's not the world we live in. A lot of you men complain and say that women are more scandalous than men. You wonder why? We can only learn it from one place. There was one time where, you know, the song, what's the song? Papa was a Rolling Stone. That actually meant some shit because dudes was out there doing that shit. The woman would be home barefoot and pregnant, cooking meals. Dude would hop to this chick's house, hop to that chick's house. Hell, my daddy was one of them. Hell, he did the shit. I'm just saying. That pretty boy man was, hey, Pop was hanging his hat a lot of motherfucking spots. I got all my damn sisters and shit. I'm just saying, I love you, daddy. Mwah. But you got to understand something. You know, these are not those times anymore. Now women are not putting up with that anymore. Now women are changing the rules on when it comes to that, when it comes to, you know, the respect level, when it comes to I can do what you do type of routine. Now women ain't crying over men cheating no more because they getting out there and they cheating too, 2 and 3 times over. Women ain't worrying about what the fuck you do anymore because they in about 40, 50 groups, sex groups that's waiting on somebody to get in their inbox. Everything is at the click of a button now. Nobody really has to put up with shit. That's why you have to know who you're dealing with. That goes back to that term I used a couple lives back called equally yoked. We need to be equally yoked. But a lot of times everybody wants these microwave relationships and they're not taking the time to get to know each other. So therefore they jumping into shit. Then later on they find out they don't fucking get along. Now all hell breaks loose. Now it's pointing the finger at each other. Now it's fighting, arguing, cussing each other out, calling each other's names. It turns toxic. It turns extremely toxic. And it seems to me that in society, people love toxic relationships more so than they like actual relationships that have peace in them. I see way more men not taking accountability for their fucked up issues than I see women. Women now are telling you go straight to hell. Yeah, nigga, I did it. And I don't give a fuck. They are. They're telling you straight up. This is what the fuck it is. Dudes, they hide behind the camera somewhere. They hide behind a corner. They calling up all their friends. Let me tell you what she did to me. That dirty bitch, I swear to God. But see, they not telling the whole fucking story. They're not going to tell the part where they fucked up. They're not going to tell the part of the shit that they said to belittle that woman or the other mental abuse or verbal abuse. They're not going to talk about that. They only going to talk about what hurt they motherfucking feelings. A lot of y'all got to blame it out of this shit on your motherfucking self. You will get respect if you respected yourselves. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Mario, how you doing? Kev Holland, damn, where you been? How you doing, sweetheart? Gerald, hello, how are you? What is it? Jahad. Hey, Jahad McNeil, hello. Alicia, hello. I like your middle name, Alicia. Hello, Marshall, hello, how are you? So, you know, that's the best way I can actually answer that question. I also had a conversation with a friend of mine about low self-esteem. They say a lot of women have a lot of low self-esteem. You know something? If a lot of men would spend more time uplifting their women, maybe your women would keep uplifting you. If men spent more time complimenting their women instead of belittling or making their women feel less than what they are, maybe a lot of women wouldn't have low self-esteem. Women, if you didn't allow a lot of motherfuckers to mistreat you, knowing that you could walk away, you wouldn't have low self-esteem. Women, you don't have to put up and make excuses for abuse. Motherfucker could tell you anything. It's their actions you need to pay attention to. A lot of times, like I said in that last live, a lot of people treat you the way you do because you allow them to. I was one of those people. I did that shit. I made excuses for a dude dogging me. I made excuses for a dude mistreating me, mentally and verbally abusing me. I made excuses for his ass. I was sitting there saying, oh man, he going through shit. He going through something. He lost his mom and all kinds of shit. I was making excuses, knowing it wasn't right. And eventually get tired. But you know what? That tears you down. If you don't heal and fix yourself and uplift yourself and be your own best friend, it's going to tear you up for the next relationship. And you're going to take out what that dude did on the wrong motherfucker. And you don't want to do that to yourselves, ladies. But that's a lot of that shit's going on right now. So ladies, you also have to check yourselves as well. Watch what you do. Watch who you put in your space. Everything that look good ain't fucking good for you. Always remember that. Everything that glitters ain't gold. You got a lot of dudes out here that are crazy. And you got to be careful who you let in your fucking space. What is this? LeVar, hey, honey, how you doing? Tevin, hey, Tevin, how are you? LeVar, you always got something to say. Boy, your happiness and self-esteem is your responsibility, nobody else's. Okay, LeVar. Like I said before. All right, let's put it this way, LeVar. How about this? You with a woman. You like her, you dig her, you guys are gelling so far. 6 months down the line, you're doing something that's not right to her. She feels as though, you know, you're not doing enough of this, enough of that, but you really like that woman so fucking much that you want to stick it out. But yet she's slowly belittling you little by little by little. You just seem to can't do shit right, but you like her so fucking much that you stick in that shit, that you want to work it out. You don't tell nobody your business because you don't want to look like a goofy sticking in that shit. And a lot of you dudes have done that shit. Don't sit here and don't fake with me. I know a lot of y'all. Don't do it. A lot of you dudes have put up with bras that sat there and have mentally and verbally abused your ass too. Stuck that shit out. Hell, there's a lot of dudes that have stuck with chicks that stabbed their ass and stopped playing with me. So don't say, you can't sit back and say it's her responsibility because after a while you gonna get tired of that shit. And then if you leave that woman, you get with the next woman, the same shit happens. After a while, you're going to start wondering, am I really fucked up? Do I do enough? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not the man I thought I was. A motherfucker will sit back and fuck with you enough. You will start thinking the wrong thing about yourself. Your mind will start going all over the motherfucking place. Yes, it's our job also to have that high self-esteem. But you also got to watch the company you keep, because energy, all energy ain't good energy. You keep having the wrong motherfuckers fucking with your self-esteem, not lifting you up mentally, you will in turn eventually become them. Don't talk to me about that kind of shit. I went through that shit. I know how that shit is. I'm not telling you this as this, I'm better than everybody. No, I've had low self-esteem. I've had to build myself. I had been with the wrong people. And it felt as though I was being told so many negative things. I started to think negative about myself. That's why I had to pump my motherfucking brakes. Hold on. Wait a minute, chick, you a queen. And whatever these motherfuckers got a problem, that's a problem they got with their damn self. And they got shit to do with me. So I exit stage left and get right with myself. I don't need a motherfucker to tell me I'm great. I already know I'm great. But if you got the wrong energy constantly in your circle, that affects you eventually. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That will affect you. When you got motherfuckers that steady depressed all the fucking time, people that ain't got nothing nice to say, ain't nothing good to say, they always gotta complain about shit. It's always a problem in their life. They can't wake up and say good morning and be happy because it's always a complaint. You hear that shit over and over and over and over and over and over. You just want to fucking take a pillow and put it over their face until they stop kicking. I swear that shit will drive you nuts. Okay, y'all, I had a moment. All right. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah, that's my answer to that, LeVar. That's my answer to that. I know it's not the answer you want to hear, but that's my truth that I bring forward. I have no problem with you stating your opinion. Hey there, Miss Change. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you, baby girl. Good to see you. LeVar, hey, you can agree to disagree with me, baby. I understand that. I get it. I know how you are as well. I get that. But you know what? Here's one thing also you got to understand. You know you got a lot of people out here that are mentally fucking disturbed that are getting out here in these fucking relationships knowing they need to work on themselves first. Do you know it's a lot of dudes out here and it's a lot of chicks out here that are literally mentally ill? And the only way they can escape themselves is by getting into relationships with people and taking that out on the person they with. It's almost like some sickness to a point where as though they feel good on dumping their bullshit on another person. And as long as they could dump that shit on another person and move that person around, they feel good about themselves. This motherfucker's out here that's like this, man. Don't act like you ain't never been with one. I'm going to leave that there. All right? And shut the hell up, talking about I always have a moment. I got a bone to pick with your ass, too. You a crybaby, too. And I'm going to tell you why, LeVar. You ain't right. I'm going to tell you ain't right. I love you like a fat kid love cake. But you a crybaby, too. And I'm going to tell your ass why. Jonathan, hi. How are you? I love LeVar. He's going to straight cuss me clean the fuck out. Katrina Scott. Now, why am I calling your ass Katrina? I'm not for the, you know what, I'm going to call you Katrina because I know who this is on here. Marcus Burnett. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, it's a sad truth. A lot of people don't want to believe that. But it's a lot of people out here really mentally fucked up and they don't want to work on themselves. It's a lot of people afraid to be alone, not understanding that sometimes being alone is your best option to make you a better you. People don't want to be alone because they don't want to face their damn self. They don't want to face the reality of who they really fucking are. And that's a problem. But guess what? That's not my fucking problem. That's not your problem. That's not the next person's problem. That's a problem within that person's self. That's the self-esteem that they have to deal with. But let me tell you something. It's motherfuckers out here that are steady looking for victim after victim after victim. And as soon as they're done with that one, they cry pity parties when that motherfucker tells them to go kick rocks when they're sick of their bullshit. People aren't going for everything they used to go for anymore. Motherfuckers are telling you go straight to hell. Ain't nobody got time to die stressed out over another motherfucker. Ain't nobody got time to sit out here having heart attacks over stress because of another motherfucker. Man, die on your own, motherfucker. It's between you and God. I ain't got shit to do that. You can eat a sack of dicks. I don't care. I'm good with me. Fuck that. Just saying. Motherfuckers don't know how to answer or ask questions. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, baby. Honey, don't let me get started with that one. Shit. Oh, my God. So, y'all. I'm here to tell y'all, I actually, let me turn this on because I want to make sure I get everything correct with this person. Okay, so there was a gentleman. There was a gentleman that inboxed me, and I'm pulling it up right now, so give me a moment, you guys. There was a gentleman that inboxed me, and he had a situation going on. It was about my life I did on Wednesday. And he wanted to know, I'm going to read just a little bit, and I'm not going to say his name because I did promise him that I would not say his name. I don't do that. Embarrassing people is not my thing. I used to do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the motherfuckers that used to go ham on Facebook and snap the fuck off on Facebook. And I had to learn that immature shit was not the way to go because it didn't change a motherfucking thing. People don't care. They just like the fucking drama. So this individual, and I'm not gonna say his name, but I am gonna read what he said. He said, what do you think about a person dating a chick for 3 years? And she just up and walks out. No warning. Just walks out. He wanted me to talk to him about that. So I asked him, there's got to be a reason why she walked out. I mean, I don't know very many. I mean, it depends. I mean, what kind of relationship did you have? I mean, I just want to know, did you cheat? Did she cheat? Was it an abusive relationship? Because I don't know this gentleman. So I can't sit back and basically shit on the girl because I don't know what kind of relationship they had. So I asked him these questions and he did not answer my question. He actually dodged it. And I'm not saying you bogus for that, man. And I see you watch it. But what I'm saying is, I couldn't get a full understanding because it's almost like you wanted me to jump on your team and your team alone. I couldn't do that because I don't know that woman. See, another problem with people is this. Without knowing the entire story, people jump on bandwagons. I don't want a motherfucker to jump on my bandwagon. I don't need any cheerleaders. I cheer for myself. True friends, true family, they're not your cheerleaders. They're the motherfuckers that's going to tell you where you wrong and going to tell you where you right at. Do you understand? But since I don't know this individual and I don't know his ex, I cannot shit on her because I don't know her side of the story or the situation at hand. So he goes on and says, I took care of her for 3 years when she had no job. The moment her son made it to the NFL, she told me to go on with my life and go with her old guy. Found out he was in the picture the whole 3 years. Talking about an Academy Award, she definitely got that. She definitely got that Academy Award on that shit. You know what? I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm going to keep it 100 with you. There's a lot of relationships going through shit like this. It's a lot of relationships where people have the side chick and the side niggas. Do you know that these days, it's like in to be a side dude and in to be a side chick? This world is fucking scary as fuck. So he goes on to say, and I asked him, I said, you took care of her. I said, now, can you answer me this? Because you're not answering my question. What did you do wrong? Was there anything you did that you thought maybe you shouldn't have done in the relationship? Did you feel like, I mean, what was it? Was it bad sex? What? You wasn't sucking your dick? You want to eat I mean, what? I want to know. If you're asking me questions, I need the full story so I can give you my opinion the best way I can. But I cannot shit on the other person. But I want to see how accountable you were. Now, I go down here and he wants to FaceTime. I'm not doing that. Note to everyone, letting you know right now, if you do want me to tell your story, I will not say your name. But one thing I do tell you is this: I will not FaceTime with you. No, I'm not here to speak to you over the phone. I don't know you. I do have a life. I do have my privacy, and I want you to have yours. So if you do want me to tell your stories, please inbox me, let me know, give me a briefing on what's going on, and I'll give you my opinion. So he says, to answer my question, after I asked it about 18 times, he says, I was good to her. Yes. I did not ask you, was you... Dude, look, did you do anything wrong at all? He goes to say, I was good to her. Gave her too much time. Started driving trucks so the lights didn't go out and food was on the table. All right. I'm going to give you my tea. I'm going to give you my real. You a truck driver. I'm sorry that it happened like that, but when you are a truck driver, you need a true ride or die when you have that kind of job. This is what I mean by y'all need to start getting to know people. Start being friends with a person. See if you can get along first. Stop hiding shit. Get out here and talk to your mate. Don't make rash decisions. And I understand we all got to eat. We all got to fucking make it. But if you don't have a true ride or die and you don't have trust with each other, 9 times out of 10, it's a lot of truck drivers that are lonely and single right now and just hopping from pussy to pussy. I'm just going to let you know right now. Truck drivers don't have the best relationships in the world because you're never home. Eventually, that woman gets lonely. She doesn't have the time with you. So, do you expect for her to basically be without you for weeks and weeks at a time? No one to talk to, no one to get close with. And that's supposed to be okay. I understand you had to pay the bills. I get that. I salute you for that. That's a man to do that. But when you don't have a woman that's strong enough to handle that kind of situation, 9 times out of 10, she's going to find some other penis. I'm just saying. Sometimes we got to think about things when we do it or before we do it. We got to communicate with our mate. This is another thing about communication. The double standard in that is you're thinking to yourself, hey, she should be all right. She should be cool. She should sit her ass down because I'm working and I'm driving a truck. But you got to understand something. That woman got feelings too. I ain't saying it was right for her to cheat. But I understand. I'm just saying. I couldn't do it. I'm just saying I couldn't do it. Truck drivers, I don't date them. I have not dated them because I know me. I'm not going to walk into a situation I know motherfucker well I'm not going to be able to handle. True shit. Real shit. True story. One thing's for sure, two for certain. I will not walk into some shit that I know motherfucker well I'm not handling. You having 12 kids. Just that's too much baby mama motherfucking issues, and I'm not going to jail for damn bitch, but don't try me. I'm just saying. I'm not dealing with a motherfucker with a bunch of little babies. That's my choice. Because I know I don't want to start over. I love kids. I love them to death. Kids are amazing. I love them, but I don't want to raise them. I'm just saying. I don't want to raise them. So, to go back here, and, I'm looking at this, and he tells me she's 5'4", and he said that I am 6 foot, 280 pounds. I walked away from the apartment, signed over to her son, and left everything in it. I guess my problem to her was I was 6 years older, and my education wasn't good. I don't know what this means. I never felt her, never left her. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. I even spent $3,000 on a ring. Okay, that's not her fault. I'm sorry. Y'all got to think about shit before you do it. Did nobody tell you to go out there and buy a $3,000 ring and you knew it was something etchy with this chick? I'm just saying. You got to think about, you got to see, analyze, watch how people move. Watch how people move. And at the same time, maybe you didn't know she was cheating. Maybe you didn't know because you was never home. Maybe you didn't know. And at the same damn time, you know, I don't know. You bought the ring. I'm sorry. You did? Did you take it back? Did you get your money? I hope you got your money back. I mean, I like rings too, you know. That my birthday coming up. I mean, if you really want somebody to have a ring, to be honest with you, I love rings. I mean, my birthday coming up in January. I mean, Christmas is around the corner. I would hate to see that ring go to waste. I'm just saying, I'm fucking with you. I'm trying to make this fun. I really am. I'm going to read some of these comments right now before I read you the rest of this. All right. She just don't like him no more. That's what I mean, because you have to have a real ride or die. A ride or die chick that's going to handle that shit. Every woman is not made for that. Every woman can't handle that. And then you got a lot of selfish ass women out here that love getting a truck driver just so they can fuck around. Shit, she getting all the bills paid. She ain't got to do shit. And she get all the extra dick she wants. It's just some trifling motherfuckers out here. But they will pull it. I'm just saying. All right, what you say? Buddy thinks buying shit is a relationship. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I said this before. Gifts do not equal to a good relationship. Gifts do not equal to a positive fucking relationship. Gifts do not mean you love a motherfucker. That's called buying pussy. You're buying pussy. You're buying pussy. You're buying pussy. You're buying it. That does not mean you're a good person just because you buy gifts. It doesn't mean that you're the best person in the world. I had dudes buy me a lot of shit. Trust and no. But they were fucked up in the head. I ain't all wrapped that damn tight either, but I live in my motherfucking truth. Don't disrespect me, I won't disrespect you. Don't stab me, I won't stab you. That's just me. I treat somebody how I want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? You go crazy, I'm going crazy. That's just the fuck it. Ain't no secrets out here. Motherfuckers gotta know who they getting with though. And a lot of people ain't doing that. They want these microwave relationships, and that's why y'all end up in the shit you end up in. Been there, done that. Tell it, but could there be love? The love languages could be mixed up. The love, that's what I mean about communicating. Remember I said earlier about the communication part where, you know, men will like to, you know, vent to a woman where she has to hear all of his shit from his past, all of the stuff, and she's got to listen. But when it's her turn to vent, it's her turn to let her shit loose. He don't want to listen. The communication is blotchy. They don't want to be equal when it comes to understanding and communicating appropriately. Bullshit. Deidre, hey baby girl, how you doing, Deidre? Deidre Carter. I bet he never mentioned love in this whole letter. Bingo. Bingo. I read this and I kept looking and I kept looking. And then I got down to the bottom of it. And he's saying, so now I am trying to do all the things you are talking about. Even listen to the book on Unfuck Yourself, Get Out Your Head, and Get Out and Getting to Your Life, whatever this is, by Gary John Bishop. Okay. And then the guy tries to FaceTime me. I told y'all I don't do that. I will ignore you. I don't care. He says he's not perfect. I get that. But see, here was what I'm trying to say. Okay, she wasn't the right person. She couldn't handle the truck driving deal. Her son made it to the NFL. She left your ass and went back to her dude, her ex-dude. That was there the whole 3 years. And you knew nothing. Of course you didn't know anything. You were never home. You basically gave her free mother. You basically turned the green light on for her. She was basically a person just looking to be taken care of until she thought she found better. I'm sorry. There are some real trifling ass women out here. There are. Let's see. No, I didn't fight her. Did I argue with her? Yes. She did the fighting and arguing. That's where I had an issue too. She did the arguing and fighting. It takes two to argue. It takes two to fucking tango. You can't sit there and say she did all the arguing. What, you didn't respond? You just sat there and took it? Reading this letter and judging by the person that's saying this, I don't take him as the kind of person to let anybody say just anything to him. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. So that part of the story, I was a little leery on that one. He said, I told her if I had to fight her, I don't need to be with her. There are men out there like that. They don't want to fight a woman. If they feel they got to put their hands on you, they don't need to be with you. And you know what? That's real man shit right there. If you feel you got to put your hands on a bitch, leave. If you feel you got to put your hands on a woman, leave. If that's not your fucking character, don't make it your character. Real talk. But then there's a lot of dudes out there that will skibbity pap the fuck out of you because they're used to doing this shit. I'm just saying. So he said every time I would hit the door to go to work, she will hit the door and hang out in the streets. That's the only thing we argued about. Well, there you have it. You weren't home. That's no excuse for her to do what she did to you. And I'm very sorry she did that. But this is the part where I mean, you got to get to know your partner. You got to know if you have a friendship. You got to know if that person's that kind of ride or die to deal with that kind of situation. I don't care what nobody say, but there had to be signs about this woman that told you she might have been doing something different. There had to have been. That's just my opinion. A motherfucker could only hide their true colors for only so long. After a while, there's gonna be some changes. The sex gonna change. She used to dirty derb the fuck out your ass. Now all you get a lick is on the tip. I mean, something's gonna change. You used to eat the cat all the motherfucking time. Now she don't want you to touch it. She always claims she itching and shit. You know, it's something went south for you to think about what the fuck is this woman on. Let me read here. Her son is grown. What is she supposed to do? That's true. She can't have, that's another thing. He stated to her that she wanted to run the streets when he was gone. What was she supposed to do? Sit in the fucking house, twiddle her thumbs, waiting on your ass to come home, baby? It don't work like that, boo. I'm very sorry. It doesn't. I wish this could be a better world for you, but it's not for all of us. This world is a trip. This ain't caveman stages, baby. Ain't no woman finna sit up in the motherfucking house and stare at the TV for 2-3 weeks at a time, waiting on you to come home. She's gonna want to have a life of her own. I'm here to tell you, unless she's 75 fucking years old, then I don't understand why the fuck she was hitting the streets in the first fucking place. But judging by the way you look and you say you're 6 years older, she was a younger chick. She was a younger chick still trying to live a life. You weren't there for her. You weren't there. Not saying you weren't there for her financially. You weren't there for her emotionally, mentally. Y'all didn't have shit. I'm sorry to tell you. But one thing I will tell you is this. Analyze your situations a little bit differently. Get to know these women a little bit better than what you do. Don't hide shit from them. Let them know what the fuck it really is. The worst they could tell you is no. Don't be afraid to be alone because you keep getting a whole bunch of no's. Because sometimes God will give you some shit that you don't deserve before he gives you what you do deserve. He wants to make sure you're going to appreciate that shit. Y'all see me sweating and shit? Y'all see this shit? I got on deodorant, but y'all see the sweat marks? What the fuck? Woo, it's hot in here. Lord have mercy. I just saw that shit. I ain't funky, y'all. I fucking use degree. Fuck you mean. Let me read some of this. Shanila, hello, how are you? Fred, how are you? Who said he didn't come home? No, baby. What I'm saying is he wasn't home enough for her. She basically had all the freedom in the fucking world to do the wrong thing. She wasn't his ride or die. She basically took advantage of that shit and she got comfortable doing that shit. He had the wrong chick on his side. He had the wrong chick on his team. But I'm going to tell you something. The killer part, the shit that kills me the most, and don't sit there and give me the bullshit about, I didn't see nothing. No, that's bullshit. Everybody can only hold on and show you a representative for only so long. After that, red flags will start coming up. Did you ignore the red flags? Did you make excuses for the red flags that you saw? Or did you analyze the red flags? Or did you just brush them underneath the fucking rug? Sometimes we got to start looking in the mirror. Stop always doing this and do this. Because people are showing you who the fuck they are and you're not believing them. That's the problem. Said then his truck broke down. Real talk. Glad you said it. Maybe she had the wrong nigga. Heck, that could be also. This man is only telling me his story. What did I tell y'all earlier? I can't shit on the woman 100%. I can't because I don't know her story. I don't know if he actually abused her. He could have been a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. All I could do is give my opinion versus what I'm seeing. And I'm giving an opinion on both ends. Maybe she was the type of person that couldn't handle a truck driver, but she wanted somebody to take care of her. Maybe he was a dude that was abusive. Maybe she needed somebody to take care of her and she put up with his abuse until he left. That was the only freedom she had. There could be many variables with this shit. But I tried to answer the man the best I could. But it was a little bit of sketchiness in his conversation, in his story. Especially when I kept asking him, what did you do wrong? He never wanted to answer that fucking question. So I'm looking at the opinions on here. Hello, Damon. Hello, how are you? I had a nigga that fucked with a height. Damn. Wait, he was fucking a crackhead? Wait a minute. Because I don't know who this really is. Before the better, for the better, for life better. Wait a minute. Fucking a crackhead? Can I ask y'all a question? What's the benefit of fucking a crackhead? I thought you go broke fucking crackheads. I'm just asking. I just want to know. That's pretty deep. Hey, maybe he was on crack. You just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? I heard they hide that shit real well. I'm just saying. Let's see here. He ignored the signs. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm sure this woman had signs about her that he ignored. You guys gotta understand something. Life, relationships, is not as hard as you think it is. It's us as humans that make this shit hard. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be if we make the right choices. And we're not always going to make the right choices, but we got to use these as lessons. And when we learn this lesson, we utilize it, we change ourselves for the better, and we do things differently. We move differently. You start to get to know a person. You don't rush into shit. You don't do the microwave relationships. Don't ignore the red flags. Watch for these representatives. Motherfuckers, it's always good in the beginning. Didn't you know that? And then some of these people, fuck a honeymoon stage. Motherfuckers are straight crazy out the gate. But because you're so afraid to be alone, you tolerate this person. It doesn't always have to be that way. Sometimes we got to take the initiative to change the way we move out here, because obviously the way we moved before wasn't working too well. So maybe we have to change up a little bit of ourselves to make it better for ourselves. But a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people are living with bruises, mental bruises right now. There are a lot of people out here that cannot handle truth. There are a lot of people out here that it's all everybody else's fault. Like I said, this motherfucker's out here making whole poems and voice poems, trying to look for some sympathy and some shit, knowing they bogus as hell. But that's just the way society is. Everybody ain't right. I ain't a perfect bitch. I done cuss motherfuckers clean the fuck out. I done did some motherfuckers dirty. Yes, I've been there. And I had to change a lot of shit about myself in order to better myself before I could welcome people in. And I had to stop making excuses for the wrong dudes. I had to point at myself at some time. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to make yourself, hold yourself accountable for shit that you do wrong. It's okay. That means you're human. That means you have you have the ability to grow, to be better. The motherfuckers that can't grow and can't be better are the ones that are always doing this. It's everybody else's fault. And the kicker part is, when they're told that that's not the way to go, they'll switch the game up. All right, let me not say that shit, because I ain't going to get no more pussy if I say that shit. Man, I forgive everybody that did me wrong, man. I forgive all of y'all, man. Man, I tell y'all, man, I forgive everybody, man. Hey, man, don't hold hatred in your heart. Face ass. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Motherfuckers, they think they slicker than oil, but then they really not. And I'm trying to read this. Hey, Marcus, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Mr. Williams, hello, how are you? Now, I'm trying to read some of these because I didn't want to ignore everybody. That part was funny as hell, but because my ex was trying to buy me, I tried to tell her that's not what I wanted or needed. After it was over, I was all types of everything but the child of God. Yeah, that kind of situation. You got to look. You know what's fucked up? What's real fucked up is you got some kind-hearted motherfuckers out here, but they forget to tell you that there's a fine print to when they do shit for you. You ever have motherfuckers that do shit for you and bring that shit in your face when you tell them no about some shit that you can't do? You ever had that situation? Them some spiteful, mean, evil motherfuckers, and they out here, I'm telling you. They will give you the shirt off their back. They will buy you a Rolls Royce. Them motherfuckers will pay your rent. Them motherfuckers will make sure the lights don't ever go off. They'll make sure you got all kinds of steaks and scrimps and all kinds of shit in your freezer. But ho, you didn't read the fine print. Because the minute your ass don't come wash them dishes on Wednesdays, you ain't nothing but a dirty bitch. I'm telling you, this shit is real out here. Motherfuckers is crazy. I'm saying. He's a lame. That's why she left. Cuz say he's a lame. That's why she left. Cuz you ain't got no sympathy, do you? Oh, shit. You better take that shit to the grave and live in the present. I know that's right. Or you won't say shit, but just by guilt. Yeah, it's a lot of people like that. But you know what? Like I said, in order to be better, we got to do better. That goes for me. That goes for you. That goes for anybody that's still 6 feet above ground. The people that are 6 feet under ain't got to worry about it. Stress ain't no joke. Get it out your life. If I were to take this hair out my hair right now, I technically really have a rogue streak of gray going down my head. You guys have just never seen it. Stress is a motherfucker, and it will kill you. This life is worth living. This life is worth enjoying. You can enjoy it. Yes, we're going through COVID. But let me tell you something. Life is still so fucking precious. You can still enjoy this motherfucker. And you know what makes it even better? When you have somebody that understands you, that works with you, that stimulates your mind and your spirit and your heart and walks with you. That makes this motherfucker even better because you got somebody to share that shit with. Somebody that understands what a relationship consists of. Understands the tools, the recipe of what makes a relationship good, what makes a relationship complicated, and builds off of the positive and not the fucking negative. Y'all got to understand something. Start watching how these people move. Stop just looking at the gifts. It's some thirsty motherfuckers out here. They buying pussy. It's bitches buying dick too. Then don't get that twisted. This hoes out here with fucking money. They putting it on the dick like a stripper. They putting it on the dick. Here, come here. They putting the motherfucking damn. It's like a breadcrumb trail. Them bitches doing this shit. Get your ass now. You need some help, don't you? You homeless sexual. Come here. You need some help. Yeah, nigga, get your ass now. They out here. They out here. Y'all just got to analyze a little bit better. But that's my time. I thank y'all for tuning in. I hope I got a chance to get to the subjects the way I'm supposed to. You know, this is a very complicated subject each time I speak about it. That's why these are the lives that end up being longer. But I'm telling y'all right now, we can be better. We just got to do better. And sometimes pointing the finger at yourself first when making yourself a better you for you is the first and most important step. But anyway, that's my time. I'm Antoinette Charrier. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Listen to Learn with Antoinette. Follow me here on Facebook. Follow me on my fan page, Antoinette Charrier. I really appreciate you all. Shout out to my cousin Morissetta. She is high time in marketing out here. We got the market going on. She is doing big things. Please go to her page. You guys support her. Black entrepreneur. There's so much going on. Kayla Sullis, baby. This young lady, her daughter, is doing so much. She's a videographer. This young lady helped film Candyman, the new Candyman movie. She helped film Empire, a phenomenal young lady. Please support this young lady. Please, please, please support black business. I'm rooting for all of you who are on the struggle out there, but who are still eating. I'm rooting for y'all who are still pushing forward, no matter how hard this shit seems. I'm proud of y'all for still moving and pushing and going forward without stopping. I thank you for being as strong as you are. And all I can tell you is to keep pushing, because it ain't going to stay dark for long. God going to show you to that light. I guarantee you that. As long as you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed. Baby, let me tell you something. As small as a mustard seed, you can still throw mountains into that fucking ocean. Don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Watch your energy. Watch who's around you. Keep good energy around you. Keep bad energy away. It's that shit right there. It makes a big difference. I've seen this happen. And the better your energy around you, the better you feel. The better you are. The better you can succeed. The more you can move forward with a smile on your fucking face. Pray for those who've done you wrong, but keep it fucking moving. Just because you pray for them don't mean you gotta fuck with them. Know that. I love you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much love. Peace out.